@Taza, was my gateway drug. I remember discovering Naomi when my 2 older kids were tiny and exhausting, and I was drawn to her bright colors, big grin, and the unabashed joy she seemed to derive from motherhood. In 2019, her Instagram bio read, "Always surrounded by a handful of littles," followed by both the sunglasses and party hat emojis. As of May 2022, it reads simply, "Mama of 5," followed by the yellow heart emoji. She hasn't posted in a few months. The momfluencer world is abuzz with speculation. Hooked up to a breast pump in 2014 in the dark of 5:30 a.m., while my Velcro-swaddled newborn napped in the hideous but effective Fisher-Price Sweet Snuggapuppy Dreams cradle and swing, the groaning back-and-forth hums of which are now almost as PTSD-inducing as the wishy-wishy sounds of breast pumps. I stared at my phone. Taza stared back at me from a kayak, smiling big, seated between 2 cherubic toddlers, both of whom were also smiling. A fact that might not be particularly jarring unless you've ever tried coercing a child under the age of 4 into a life jacket. "Have you seen this woman?" I texted my friend Steph. "What's her deal?" Steph texted back immediately. She also had a newborn, which is to say she was also enjoying a very intimate relationship with her phone. "She has super cute bangs. She seems so happy. What's up with that?" Taza did have cute bangs. She always has a cute something. But it was the happiness, really, that sucked me into momfluencer culture, because I, too, couldn't quite figure out what was up with that. It seemed suspicious, like a mystery to get to the bottom of. For me, and for every mom I knew, motherhood was like the title of Jennifer Senior's book about modern parenthood. All joy and no fun. I wasn't a miserable hag of a mother, but I was more likely to be caught in an open-mouthed smile when talking shit about motherhood with my friends than when kayaking with my toddlers. The very idea of kayaking with a toddler makes my jaw tighten. The onset of motherhood injected my soul with a love too big to ever really comprehend. But the day-to-day experience of mothering is mostly the mundanity of doing, not really being. Taza made me want things. Bangs, anthropology mirrors, eyelash extensions, a husband who regularly wore bow ties, an Upper West Side apartment, freckles. Sometimes she even made me want to get pregnant. Again. A few years ago, for the New York Times, I wrote about my fraught decision to have a 3rd kid. I was 6 months pregnant with that kid, which was slightly weird. But upon rereading the piece, which notes my desire to keep myself tightly wedged into the box of young, sexually desirable womanhood, implied by pregnancy and childbearing, I think I missed the fact that maybe my longing for a 3rd baby was also impacted, at least a little bit, by momfluencers like Taza, who made pregnancy and motherhood look good. I forgot to credit them for being one of the many fucked up reasons I craved another baby. To clarify, my baby is delicious, and I'm unhealthily obsessed with him. The murkiness surrounding my reasons for wanting him, though, remain. When I first discovered Taza, I was unfamiliar with the concept of professional influencing. I think most people were at the time. Maybe influencing's lack of transparency made influencers and momfluencers more powerful in those bygone years of innocence between 2014-ish and now. It wouldn't be until 2018 or so that influencer became a common term to describe someone who commodifies a lifestyle or an identity for the purposes of selling something. Whether that something is a product or an idea or a belief or a way of being. Back then, to me, Taza was just a person on Instagram. Someone who made motherhood look way better and more rewarding than my own experience. And I wanted more. Whether that more was tricks or tips for figuring out how to wear my motherhood so it fit more comfortably and was more flattering, or whether that more was just a citron yellow maxi dress or suggestions for entertaining children on an airplane, I didn't know. I just knew that the more I consumed Taza, the more I wanted. To understand what a momfluencer is,